The Holy Spirit is so awesome. He just opened my eyes to this. I've read Genesis before, but He really spiritually opened my eyes to recognize my surroundings even more. So this comes from Genesis chapter 13. And originally in Genesis 12, when God gave Abram the promise, He gave it to Abraham. He said, get out of your family, get out of your country, right? He never told him to bring Lot around with him. So here's what's interesting. In verse 7, it talks about how the men of Abraham and the men of Lot had conflict because of the land. And so Lot decides to move away. So he follows the lust of his eyes. I mean, he's looking at the land that he wants, and he ends up pitching his tent where it says in verse 14, Lot dwelt in the cities of the plain and pitched his tent as far as Sodom. But the men of Sodom were exceedingly wicked and sinful against the Lord. This is where he ended up pitching his tent, unfortunately. But here's what's interesting. In verse 14, God says, and the Lord said to Abram, after Lot had departed from him, this is so cool, lift up your eyes now and look from the place where you are, north, south, east, and west, for all the land you see, I give to you and your descendants forever. I will make your descendants as the dust of the earth, so that if a man could number the dust of the earth, then your descendants also could be numbered. Arise, walk in the land, its length and its width, and for I give it to you. How interesting that God waited until after Lot left. And so I started asking the Holy Spirit, reveal to me, Lord, who am I dragging along my journey that was never supposed to come with me? Who did you want me to leave behind that I brought into the promised land that never was supposed to be there? How am I blocking my blessing, and how am I blocking my own path that you have for me, Lord, by bringing along people that are causing strife in my life, that are causing issues, that are causing me to delay the destiny that you have for me? How interesting is that? I want you to ask the Lord the same thing and see what He reveals to you, because God is a God of promise. But if He gave you the promise and not someone else, don't drag people along that are not supposed to come with you. Be blessed.